So I went out tonight to this beautiful restaurant on the water, and it was pretty busy when I got there. And so I sat at the bar and ended up meeting a gentleman next to me who initially it was just we made a glance at each other, waved hi, said hello, and it was almost like we had known each other for a long period of time. Come to find out, this guy's family was the original investors for Outback Steakhouse. And I was like, dude, I used to be years ago. I was a server. It was one of my first jobs. I used to work in an Outback Steakhouse. And then he talked about how his family opened a zoo and owned a zoo. And I was like, dude, I used to volunteer at a zoo. I was like, so automatically we just kind of connected. And this man was very adamant about introducing me to his mother. Now, his mother had passed away. She unfortunately passed away from Alzheimer's, but he wanted me to look her up and just kind of see some of the things that she accomplished in life. And when after and in the beginning we were talking and drinking, and so like I wasn't really truly reading it, but actually when I got to the table later, took some time to read up on his mother and found out she did some of the most amazing things in Tampa, and she's known so incredibly well. She really did well for herself. But I want to share with you something that he said to me because, of course, it struck me. Now, anytime I go out to a restaurant or a store and I'm in a tank top or even in a tight fitted shirt, people can see that I train. And the question always comes up, so how should I train? What should I do? The question always, if you're a trainer out there, you know what I'm talking about. You can't live your life without somebody asking you, hey, what should I do? How should I do? This is what I do. How's it sound? It just happens to us all the time. So, of course, he starts going on it. And, one thing that he mentions is that his family developed an incredible amount of wealth, like an incredible amount of wealth. And, when his mother passed away, it was when it was like a wake up call, because they were doing so well. They didn't really need to work out. They didn't work out. I mean, they were active, but it wasn't like it was the priority for them. And he said that when she passed away, it really woke him up and made him realize like he needs to take care of his body if he wants to be around for a while. And that's what I said to him. I was like, man, you guys built this fortune. What use is it if you can't enjoy it? Or if you can only enjoy it for a quarter of the amount of time that you could have if you had paid attention to your health. Now, ironically, this was a local place I was at. So this guy actually lives right up the street from me. So of course we exchanged information, got talking. And so who knows where that could go in the future. But really it's always a reminder. This whole health is wealth thing, I'm hearing this daily now, and I'm starting to realize that this is bigger than just some statement. The most successful people in the world, either they focus on their health or they know that they should have focused on their health, and they're either behind the eight ball or, like some who actually are proud of themselves, they're ahead of the eight ball and they actually did take care of their health and fitness. And sometimes you may not end up starting until your 40s and 50s. It's okay. 60s, even 70s, even. It doesn't matter. It just means that you need to start. And for those of you who have already started, keep on going. You don't have to want to try to get on stage, like myself. You don't want to have to become a online personality or a trainer or a coach or anything like that. But you do need to take care of yourself. You need to build your strength. You need to build your cardiovascular system. You need to make sure that your body is flexible, mobile, and stable. You really need to work on your mindset and make sure that your mind is strong. And last but not least, definitely not least, I'm probably saying it last because it's probably the most important. You got to figure out how to eat, especially in this world. You have to learn how to navigate the grocery stores. You have to learn how to navigate a restaurant. You need to make sure that the food that you're putting in your mouth and putting into yourself on a daily basis is going to help you. That doesn't mean it needs to all be healthy food. Tonight, I had a delicious fried fish sandwich. And when I'm not going to feel guilty about having one fried fish sandwich, it gets so annoying to me hearing someone say, like, well, I don't want that fried thing. I want to have it grilled because I'm trying to eat healthy. Okay, this is one meal. I don't feel guilty about the one meal because I know the effort that I'm putting in all of the other meals that I eat throughout the day and throughout the week. Now, of course, if you're eating a fried fish sandwich every day for lunch or 2, 3 meals out of the day, then yes, it's a problem. But you got to get yourself into a position where you're not feeling guilty about what you're eating because you're proud of the majority of the effort that you're putting in. I like to think 80-20. I'm going to put 80% effort in to do the best that I can, and I'm going to allow myself to have a 20% break. I'm allow myself to be human and enjoy myself 20%. So that means that 80% of the day, I'm working towards my goal. 80% of the week, I'm working towards my goal. 80% of the month, 80% of the year. When you look at it like that, when you zoom out and look at it like that, you start to realize that you're actually making further progress looking for 80% instead of making yourself feel guilty if you're not hitting 100. So dial back a little bit, readjust your goals, and start thinking about how you can be proud of yourself every time you put your head on that pillow and go to bed, and how you can wake up excited for the day because you know that you're out here trying to do your best when it comes to your health, your relationships, and your finances. So I hope that that story helps. It definitely helped me. And I'm getting them every day. I'm meeting new people every day. My circle now has grown and continues to grow. And the individuals in this circle are just doing extremely well, as the masses would say, in life. And one thing I keep noticing is it always comes back down to their health. The conversation always turns back to their health. You can't buy it. You have to work for it. You can't buy a good health. You can buy a physique nowadays, but you can't buy good health. Even if you pay for a personal trainer, even if you pay for a chef, you still have to eat the food. You still have to do the workout. You still have to get to sleep on time. You still have to be consistent for weeks, for months. You have to do it. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Wouldn't that be, I'm gonna go after this. Wouldn't that be a product? If I had a product that literally I would run the miles, I would lift the weights for you and you would get the results. I'd be wealthy, but I would be tired. I'll tell you that. I'm so glad that's not how it works, right? I can write it out for you, but you got to do it. You have to do it. Just like build my business, I have to do it. I have to put in the effort every single day. We're all growing in some shape or form in some area of life. Make sure that you're growing too and growing strong. I'll talk to you soon.